Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving into something I think we can all relate to: overwhelm. We're going to break down Brittany Ham's incredible system for going from feeling like you're constantly putting out fires to actually being in control. Okay, let's get into it. Right out of the gate, this isn't some talk about having a perfectly balanced, flawless life. Nope. This is a really raw confession, and it sets the stage for a very real conversation about the insane pressure so many of us are under, especially women who are basically told they need to be able to do it all. And this is what that pressure looks like day to day. I mean, does this list feel familiar? It's that relentless mental load, that constant hum of things you have to remember, to plan, to worry about, running in the background of your mind 24/7. It is exhausting. Seriously, just stop for a second. Did you feel that? That little knot in your stomach? That tightening in your chest just from reading that list? That physical feeling of stress? That's the weight we're talking about today. So now that we've all felt it, let's actually put a name to it. Because this isn't just your to do list. This is what's called the invisible load. And here's why it's so incredibly heavy. This isn't just about the tasks you have to do, it's about what everyone expects you to do, and usually without anyone ever saying a word. It's this massive emotional and mental burden that's become so normalized, we almost see carrying it as some kind of badge of honor. Okay, so what's the usual advice when we're drowning in this stuff? Just to be more resilient, right? Just push through it. Well, we're going to challenge that idea pretty hard because that advice might actually be the very trap that's keeping you stuck. And this is such a key idea. The problem isn't that you lack strength. Come on, you are already so resilient, you prove it every single day. The real issue is that we're using an emergency tool, resilience, for a chronic, everyday problem. It's like using your car's spare tire to drive across the country. This is a perfect way to think about it. Resilience is for emergencies, for crises. It's you with white knuckles trying to hold a cup that's overflowing everywhere. It just leads to burnout. But capacity is different. That's about building a system. It's like building a saucer to put under the cup. The overflow is still going to happen, but now you have a way to catch it, which leads to peace. So the big question is, how do we build that saucer? Well, it starts with a real, actual, actionable system, a three-step method for getting clear, and it's called the Calm Operator System. All right, step one is what's called a mental inventory. I want you to picture your brain like a messy, overstuffed storage unit. You've got everything crammed in there: work deadlines, grocery lists, that weird thing your kids said, worries about bills. The goal right now is not to organize it, it's just to empty it out. Get a piece of paper and write down every single thing. Don't solve it, don't judge it, just dump it. Okay, once you've got that giant, terrifying list on paper, you run it through a really simple filter. First, you're going to put a star next to the absolute musts. These are the 1 to 3 things that, keep the lights on or keep the humans alive today. Second, you circle the noise, all that stuff that feels super urgent, but if you're being honest, can wait 24 hours. And third, you just cross out everything else. Seriously, this is the stuff you can delegate, automate, or just decide not to do. Now, this simple little exercise, it does something much bigger than just organize your day. It actually creates a profound shift in your entire mindset. It's about going from being an employee in your own life to becoming the CEO. Think about it. An employee is down in the weeds, reacting to every email, every ping, every little crisis with the same level of urgency. But a CEO? A CEO steps back, they look at the big picture, and they strategically decide where to put their most valuable resource, which is their energy. And that, right there, that is the entire point. The goal isn't to magically do more. It's to choose better. It's to look at that huge brain dump list and reclaim your power to say, no, I choose where my focus goes. That's not just time management, my friend. That is life design. But, okay, let's get real for a minute. It's one thing to feel all calm and organized right after doing an exercise like this. It is a completely different thing to make that feeling last when life, gets messy again. This is what we call the Tuesday morning problem. That amazing feeling of clarity you have right now. It's awesome, but chaos is always, always waiting to rush back in. Your phone's gonna buzz, a new fire's gonna start at work, and that feeling of control, it's gonna start to slip away. And this is why so many of our best intentions fail. We can't rely on fleeting feelings like motivation or willpower to get us through the day-to-day grind. They come and go. What you really need is a reliable system you can fall back on every single time, whether you feel like it or not. This brings us to what might be the most powerful takeaway of all. So often we postpone our own peace. We tell ourselves, I'll relax when this project is over, or I'll finally feel calm when the kids are older. But calm isn't some reward you get at the finish line. It's a structure. It's something you build into your life, right here. At the end of the day, you are not a victim of your to-do list. You are the architect of your own peace. And this system, it's the permission slip you've been waiting for to finally put some of that weight down. So the only question left is this. Looking at that invisible load that you're carrying, what is the very first thing you are going to choose to set down today?